Okay, before we start this video, I want to make an apology. I mixed up the generals. One is from the Hawks, that is General Libya, and the one that is on the stand is a general or was a general in the South African Police Service in Gauteng, if I'm not mistaken. So anyways, listen, I think I may have made a good decision to return to the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial right when this particular witness took the stand. Okay, I'm bending, I'm trying to stand. Okay, let's try it and adjust ourselves. What? But this is one thing that I want to say. Honorable members of the clan, you need to pat yourselves on the shoulder because everything that General Shaban is saying, have we not said it before? Have we not said it before? Had we not said, let General Shaban come to the stand? And that time, it was when the state was still making its case against Ntanzi and Muzisibia. And we were like, okay, clearly this is an orchestrated case that top cops are also involved. And we wanted General Shaban on the stand. And that was back in 2023. And when we didn't see or hear that General Shaban is going to be on the list of witnesses for the state, that's when we knew. You know how we knew? It's because there's no way that the liar Zungu will go to General Shaban and then make all those allegations. And not once, by the way, if you were listening to General Shaban's testimony where Ubab Zungu is mentioned. And yet, Ubab Zungu's name, when he was having this conversation with General Shaban, popped up. So it is safe to say, even though thus far there are no determination by the court, but come on, we are human beings. We are logical. Zungu is a liar. Not only Zungu is a liar, we have to ask ourselves, what made Zungu lie in the first place? Now that you are listening a little bit closer to the testimony, where Zungu himself goes to General Shaban and say, listen, I am in a problem with Brigadier Gininda. Brigadier Gininda wants me to lie about you, the you being General Shaban, so that this case is also smeared on General Shaban, so that Zungu does not get arrested by Brigadier Gininda. So General Shaban tells Zungu, hey, you are not going to get arrested. And then what does General Shaban do? Goes to the National Commissioner of Police, General Sithole, who's now retired from what I understand. And then General Shaban thought that General Sithole was going to do something about this, maybe escalate it, maybe get people. But instead, Gininda comes to General Shaban and say, Zungu is lying. I will never do something like that. Like, really? So what is General Shaban is doing currently is exposing how corrupt Brigadier Gininda is. Because Brigadier Gininda, according to the testimony of General Shaban, had come to him and said, oh, listen, colleague, you need to write this and do this. Basically, he was asking General Shaban to also join the club in lying on the accused. Like add spices, do something so the state wins this case. My previous video, I asked why these 5 men must be the ones that take the fall of the death of Senzo Meyiwa. So where does this come from? This comes from, of course, from Zungu. Remember when Zungu took the stand and he laid the foundation of this circus? He made some allegations that he asked Gininda to take him, if I'm not mistaken, to take him to General Shaban so that he can tell General Shaban who unalive Senzomewa, and the people that unalive Senzomewa happen to be my family members. They are dangerous, they are Inkabis, and all of those things. So, of course, General Lishabane, innocent, and of course, a cop kicks in and says, oh, okay, this could be good for my legacy. When I retire, I would retire having solved Senzomewa murder. As he is interacting with Sfiso Zungu, is it Sfiso or Sizwe? Sizwe Zungu. He realizes that this man is a liar. He even makes it very clear to Brigadier Gininda, without knowing that he's actually telling the source of all of this, that do not take Sizwe Zungu seriously. That young man is telling lies. And then Gininda, I don't know what is promised to be a general. Why is Gininda doing what he's doing? I want to know. I mean, come on, I'm asking a stupid question. This is a Senzomewa. This is a high-profile case. This puts him, or at least position him, for big promotions, such as national commissioner or even provincial commissioner, probably even minister of police. We don't know what his future plans are. But you can tell with everything that is going on in this case, when he was appointed, or at least he self-appointed himself, because remember, the people that were appointed by the then Minister of Police, Bekicele, he put together a 40-man investigating team. That investigating team was hijacked, in my opinion, and I always maintain this position. They were hijacked by Gininda, in my opinion. Gininda using his position as the head of cold case unit. Now, we ask questions about the cold case unit, that why do we have a head of cold case unit? Because this case has not reached that stage where now it is transferred to the cold case unit. Something is amiss here. And now, General Shaban, when you take that stand, sing like a canary, this is exactly what we mean. Because at the end of the day, the truth always finds its way out. What you do in darkness will come out in the light. And I'm just speaking generally here because things are unfolding. And then I think Advocate Baloyi stood up more than 3 times in objection. Because why he was standing up in objection is because he knew where General Shaban was going to. And it also made sense why this morning Advocate Baloyi caused the drama he caused. He caused that drama because I think somehow he was trying to also send a message to the witness, former General Shaban. Or he was trying to collapse the entire testimony of General Shaban. But whatever the plan was, it was not for Advocate Baloyi to be exposed. How did the witness expose Advocate Baloyi? Allegedly, according to the witness, Advocate Baloyi more than 4 times, probably 5 times, had tried to get General Shaban, the witness, to alter his statement. Basically, he was trying to get him to speak in favor of the state, meaning lie. Everyone else is lying. We've had police officers. Remember the questions we're even asking ourselves, like, did Senzomewa get killed in a police station with all these police officers that are taking the stand? Remember? Instead of the people that were in the house, Kelly Kumalo fell off the list. In fact, she was not even put on the list of witnesses. And yet she is a key witness to this whole saga. Her mother, Mampiri, who allegedly cleaned the crime scene. No, she was not on the list. So many people were not put on the list. So Lishabane needed to add on to all this lie. And Lishabane calls his family in Limpopo. Now, to me, it drew a picture that Lishabane suddenly realized, I might be in danger. But I need to tell my family, so that when the investigation takes place, the family is able to say, hey, he called us and these are the names he gave after having a conversation of this nature with the prosecutor in the Senzo Mewa murder trial. Not only did he do that, he also speaks to the general, the National Police Commissioner, Sithole. And well, all of these communication can be proven from what I understand, either through a Section 205 or WhatsApp messages, if it was WhatsApp messages that were sent to the general or whatever the case might be. They can be proven to show that the witness got frustrated and also fell out of trust for Brigadier Gininda as well as Advocate Baloyi. Now, in my head, I'm thinking, but wait a minute, isn't that what you call unethical behavior by the advocate? So to me, this sounds like an investigation needs to ensue if the National Prosecuting Authority NDPP has listened, because for some reason he thinks that this case is going all right and the state has a great prospect of winning because the case is strong according to MPA. Of course, MPA is going to say that because it's the one that laid this case. So I want to know, how does he feel that the man that is leading the Senzo Mewa murder trial, he's questionable. He's unethical, or he seems unethical from what we are hearing from the general. I'm not saying he is, I don't know, but when you are listening and observing to the witness, it's taking us to that direction of unethical behavior by the prosecutor. I don't know what you guys think. And you can tell that General Shaban is not happy. General Shaban is not happy. He said, I came here to set the record straight. I am not for the state, nor am I for the defense. I am here for the truth, and I'm going to tell my truth. And he's singing. Oh, the man is singing like a canary, and it is not good on the state side. To think also that he was accused by Zungu and them that General Libya and the accused, especially accused number one, they know each other, and Libya is protecting accused number one, which is Musa Sibiya. He's like, this couldn't be true. And you can also tell that he is pissed because of the interjection while he's being asked the question. He kind of like predicts how the question going to go. I think Mr. Ramusipile at this point, he's like giving up because he told him several times, can you let me finish my question, then you can answer. Nah, he's interested in here to tell the truth. And he also said he is here for the Mewa family. That made me happy. Because finally, whoever is here for the Mewa, coming from the South African Police Service side, is here to give the Mewa family the justice they've been waiting for. The justice they had to go to the union buildings to go and demand. I shubile, ushubile. So the matter. So usually the court adjourns at 3:30. By 10 to 3, Judge Rata, I think he was getting Dear Makar. Why he was getting Dear Makar is because he made a ruling of objection. The first objection was about hearsay evidence. It was argued by Mr. Ramusipili that, no, okay, fine. Can you temporarily admit the hearsay evidence, and the judge will make a decision what's sift out and what's relevant and what's not relevant. And then they brought communication that was happening inside chambers. Oh, he stood up, Advocate Baloyi, because he knew he was about to get exposed. Judge Rata had to make another ruling that, listen, let him say what he needs to say. When I do my judgment, I will sift what's relevant and what's not relevant to this case. And then when Mr. Baloyi was getting more exposed by the witness, he objected again. And then he was reminded, but there's already a judgment or a ruling that the judge is going to sit down and sift out what's relevant and what's not relevant from the communication or discussion in chambers. Oh, Oh, Baloyi was not happy. He was so not happy to a point where when Mr. Ramusipili used a figure of speech by saying, instead of him jumping up and down, oh, oh, the Oxford graduate was like, this is disrespect. And quickly, Mr. Ramusipili withdrew the statement of jumping up and down and apologized profusely. And allegedly, because the camera was not showing Mr. Baloyi at that point, allegedly he shook his head. And so Mr. Ramusipili was like, why are you shaking your head when I apologized? And this is when Judge Rato was like, what time? What time? And then, of course, he adjourned the court until tomorrow, 10 o'clock. But I am saying, honorable members of the clan, we predicted this. We predicted this. Like, there's no way someone out there doesn't know the truth about this matter, who is a police officer. And why Shaban was not called by the state as a witness, because the starter of all these things, the foundation, Uzungu, had a conversation with Shaban. That's when we said, I think maybe Shaban disputes everything that was said by Zungu. We said that. And here we are. Anyways, guys, let me leave the video right here. Let me know what are your thoughts about what's happening. I think an investigation needs to be conducted on Gininda, Baloyi, and all the police officers that took the stand. Cronier, the magistrate, why did you come and lie? Because y'all lied. Y'all lied, you guys. You lied, you lied, you lied. You're all lied. So let's see what happens. I think an investigation, a whole fresh investigation, and I think the march by the Mayor family should be taken serious. But maybe the acting minister of police should put together a new task team and investigate what actually went on and what's also taking so long when it comes to the Minister of Justice and Constitutional Development. So 2 ministers need to get themselves involved in this. It's too much. It's way too much. Anyways, let me go hop along, because this is how I walk. I am hop along right now. We'll talk. We'll talk definitely. I am now invested again. I'm revitalized because finally the truth is coming out. So, guys, I'm very keen to hear from you. Whatever you do, please take care of yourself, take care of your family and your loved ones, and defend this country, guys. We are soldiers, and this country is under siege, and all of us must go to the battlefield and defend her. I'm talking South Africa. And I'll see you later. Goodbye.